Om Srimad Bhagavad Gita Chapter 14. Om Sri Guruve Namah. Sri Prabhupada. Om Srimad Bhagavad Gita Mahatma Sahi Sanskrit Shloka. Om Sri Paramatmane Namah. Om Srimad Bhagavad Gita Chaturdasho Adhyay Sanskrit Shloka. ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। ओम श्री गीता संस्कृत श्लोक ज्ञान विभाग योग। ओम श्रीमद्भगवद गीता आरती। ओम श्री कृष्ण वंदे जगद्गुरुं कृष्ण वंदे जगद्गुरुं। ओम श्रीमद्भगवद गीता गीतोपदेष्टा श्री भगवानुवाच। ओम श्री धृतराष्ट्र संजय संवाद। ओम श्री शेषसाई लक्ष्मी नारायण गॉड ऑफ ऑल गॉड्स। ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता चैप्टर 14 द थ्री मोड्स ऑफ material nature. This the supreme personality of Godhead said, again I shall declare to you this supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all the sagas have attained the supreme perfection by becoming fixed in his knowledge. One can attain to the transcendental nature like my own. This established one is not born at the time of creation or distributed at the time of dissolution. The total material substances called Brahman is the sources of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnates, making possible the birth of all living beings, O son of Bharata. It should be understood that all spices of the life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving Father. Material nature consists of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature or mighty armed Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by these modes. O sinless one, the mode of goodness being poorer than the others is illuminating, and its trees one from all sinful reaction. Those situated in that mode become conditioned by a sense of happiness and knowledge. The mode of passion is born of unlimited desires and longings, O son of Kunti, and because of this, the embodied living entity is bound to material fruitive action. O son of Bharata, know that the mode of darkness born of ignorance is the delusion of all embodied living entity. The result of this mode are madness, indolence, and sleep, which bind the conditioned soul. O one of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one, two, happiness, passion, conditions one, two, protective action, and ignorance, covering one's knowledge, binds one to madness. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the modes of passion and ignorance. O son of Bharat, sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and at other time ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. The manifestation of the mode of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are illuminated by knowledge. Chief of the Bhartas, when there is an increase in the mode of passion, the symptoms of great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, and uncontrolled desire and hankering develop. When there is an increase in the mode of ignorance, O son of Kuru, darkness, inertia, madness, and illusion are manifested. When one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure higher planets of the great sagas. When one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activity, and when one dies in the mode of ignorance, he takes birth in the animal kingdom. The result of pious action is pure and is said to be in the mode of goodness, but action done in the mode of passion results in mystery, and action performed in the mode of ignorance result in foolishness. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, greed develops, and from the mode of ignorance develop foolishness, madness, and illusion. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish world. When one properly sees that in all activities no other performer is at work than these modes of nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord who is transcendental to all these modes, be attain my spiritual nature. When the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, and age, and their distress, and can enjoy nectar even in this life. Arjuna inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms is one known who is transcendental to these three modes? What is his behavior and how does he transcend the modes of nature? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O son of Pandu, he who does not hate illumination, attachment, and delusion when they are present, or long for them when they disappear, who is unwavering and undisturbed through all these reactions of the material qualities, remaining natural and transcendental, knowing that the modes alone are active, who is situated in the self and regards alike happening and distress, happiness and distress, who looks upon a lump of earth, a stone, and a place of gold with an equal eye, who is equal towards the desirable and the undesirable, who is steady, situated equally well in praise and blame, honor and dishonor, who treats alike both friends and enemies, and who has renounced all material activities. Such a person is said to have transcended the modes of nature. One who engages in full devotional, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. And I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal, and is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purport to the 14th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the three modes of material nature. Om Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Om Bhurbhuvasva Tasaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachod. Om Bhurbhuvasva Tasaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachod. Om Bhurbhuvasva Tasaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachod. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace. Om Vasudhaiva Kutumbam Har Har Mahadev.